Hello, first grade families and first grade friends. Congratulations! It is the last week of first grade. Pat yourselves on the back. Kiss that smart cookie brain. You guys all did a super job on your science activities when we've been having to do school at home. Thank you so much for trying your best, and I really hope that you enjoyed learning about sound and light and your senses and how the sun affects daytime, nighttime, and the seasons. And I really hope that you enjoyed learning about different organisms and how they can survive. What I would like to do is give you a couple ideas for over the summer on how you can continue to work on your science skills, okay? The first one is using your senses. Remember in the beginning, one of the first science activities was to use your senses, taste, smell, sight, hearing, and touch, and you described an object name. A lot of you did that with food. Now over the summer, you can continue that with food, but you could also think about when you go on a nature walk and how you can use your senses to describe what you observe on your nature walk. You could also, maybe you're gonna go on a trip and you'll see the beach or you'll go in a forest. So again, you can continue to make observations about the earth and different habitats and using your senses, okay? So just practice using your senses and be able to verbalize or write down how you can describe what it is you're observing. Or maybe, my young scientists, you are just really curious about the world around us and you want to ask questions. So if you look in the description link, I've put a couple of links on sites where you could just go on virtual field trips, or National Geographic for Kids, find answers to your questions. Or maybe you want to be researching about space, so ask an adult to help you look at NASA's website. Just be curious, kids. For instance, maybe you want to know the difference between an alligator and a crocodile. And so you have your question, you need to do the research to find your answer. Use EPIC, use National Geographic for Kids. Maybe you have books at home. Maybe you're really curious about Mother Earth and how we can protect our Earth, okay? So ask questions, try and find the answers. Or maybe you want to start a garden at your house, and so you want to learn the life cycle of a plant. You start with the seed, then what happens? How does it become a beautiful flower? Why do we need seeds for some plants and then things called bulbs for others? I don't know. You do the research. Or boys and girls, maybe you want to grow your own vegetables. So you're going to start your own vegetable garden, and you can learn the different parts of vegetables. Like for instance, when I was little, I did not know that I was eating a root when I was eating carrots. Like carrots are the root part of a plant. I didn't know that. So maybe you can learn about other vegetables and the parts that they have, which is a stem. Celery. We're eating stems and we didn't even know it. Or boys and girls, maybe you're curious about oceans and all the different organisms that live in the oceans. Or maybe, why do we have different oceans? How many oceans are in the world? Can you name them? That would be something to research and learn more about. And lastly, maybe you want to learn about habitats and why does a panda only live in China? Or where would I find a tiger? Or where do polar bears live? So maybe you want to research and learn more about all the different habitats that we have in the world. There are rocky beaches, but then there's sandy beaches. There's deserts, but not all of them are super hot. Antarctica. So what makes it a desert? Maybe there are different types of forests. Like we live near forests. We're the evergreen state because of all of our evergreen trees. There are rainforests. Okay, there's different oceans, there's rivers, there's lakes, there's ponds. So maybe you want to learn more about the organisms and where they live in the world. So friends, again, use your senses over the summer. Be able to describe things. Be curious, kids. Ask lots of questions, okay? Because if you don't ask any questions, you'll never know the answers. So have a wonderful summer. You guys did a super job on all of your science activities. If you look in the description link, there are a couple links to some fun science things to do over the summer. I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe. We really miss you. Bye, first graders.